That's who scammed me out of $100,000.
At this moment, you tuned in with the Backseat Freestyle.
Hosted by your boy, Money Machine HB.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Money Machine HB, man. Another episode of Backseat Freestyle, man. We got a special guest for y'all today, one more time. One of the hottest independent female artists in the game. You know what I'm saying? We got Circle on the way. We got Want It All on the way. I've been seeing her on No Jumper. I've been seeing her on Beehive. I've been seeing her out performing, really grinding right now, man. So it's an honor for me to give y'all the beautiful SoCandy.
I'm doing fantastic. How are you?
Hey, man, I'm blessed and highly flavored.
Speaking of blessed and highly flavored, go shop for that merch online so you can be blessed and highly flavored too, man. I'm talking about we got everything from the book bags, the t-shirts, the socks. All you got to do is use the promo code BLESSED to get a 10% discount for a limited time only. Because if you rock with Backseat Freestyle, you know you blessed and highly flavored. So what is you doing, crazy man? This your boy Money Ace talking to you.
So tell us, I mean, who is SoCandy?
SoCandy is Miss, let me introduce you to the baddest bitch. SoCandy is a positive, happy person that is, you know, ambitious and intelligent. You know, there's a lot of things that people, I would say, like, they underestimate SoCandy. They judge me by the way that I look, you know, and they just don't really get to know me as a person. I'm really, like, outside of SoCandy. I'm you know, I'm a homebody. I like to cook, you know, I like to keep a peaceful home. You know, I love. There's just so many things, but I love to feel sexy. I love to dress up. I love to do my makeup and hair and, you know, be out and have fun and dance with my friends. I mean, there's so many things about
all the
me.
girly things.
Yeah, there's so many things about me that you just really wouldn't know unless you know, if you know, you know.
I mean, so speaking on just, you know, you mentioning being judged kind of based off how you look or whatnot. Do you feel like that's one of the biggest challenges as a female trying to step into this game?
Sometimes, yeah, I feel like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, that's, for me, I use that as motivation because, you know, if you feel like, hey, she's cute, I'm just automatically think she can't rap, or she's cute, I automatically think she's coming this way, then it's just motivation for me to prove you wrong.
Yeah, you got to find that motivation too, especially at the point where you really on your way. And that's one of the things that I was going to ask you too. You know, just being in the place where you have to kind of feed yourself that motivation, even though you get that response back from the people you may perform in front of, and even the people that follow you. But you know, the real motivation at the end of the day is really feeling like I made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just trying to get to that point and waking up every day and constantly being on this grind. I've been seeing you out everywhere. I mean, what is it that keep you going though?
This is my dream. Yeah. And, you know, anyone that has dreamt of doing, you know, anything, it could be, you know, being a baseball player or being a musician or being, you know, a entrepreneur, whatever you dream and that is your passion, like, you're gonna go for it. You know, and that just is what it is. Like, regardless, I've been through so much shit. I've had hundreds of thousands of dollars stolen from me in this industry. I've had, you know, men come at me sideways. I've had women come at me sideways. I've had people tell me, you're terrible, you're trash. You know, you just need to model. You just need to be in fitness. I've had so many trials and tribulations in this industry, and it's like, I don't care. Like, this is literally what I want to do, you know? So it's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be successful, period. And that's how I think every single day. Every day I wake up, you know?
Yeah, that's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. So how long you been rapping?
I've been rapping for about 5 years. I've been rapping for about 5 years now. And, you know, things don't happen overnight. This is
True.
definitely a process. I am building my brand, you know, just doing what I have to do to be noticed. And, you know, I'm here. I'm at the backseat freestyle. You know what I'm saying?
We outdoors with this shit.
You know what I
man.
mean? So yeah, I mean, I've been here for about 5 years in the industry. Yeah.
So I understand you a part of the hip hop fraternity with my uncle Pimpy Ken or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing y'all out grinding. I mean, what part does the hip hop fraternity play in your career?
So I've been working with hip hop fraternity for a while now, and first of all, hip hop fraternity is an amazing organization. I would tell any independent artist, any artist in general, to get on board with the hip hop fraternity because, you know, the train is going to leave you if you don't get on soon, because we are really moving fast. There's so many great things happening right now. We have a phenomenal CEO, Ken Ivey, who is doing amazing things for his organization.
Yeah.
I just want to say that. So hip hop fraternity, go thehiphopfraternity.com, go sign up right now, become a member, and just, you know, brand yourself. As far as the part that hip hop fraternity plays within my career is, you know, just enhancing my brand. I feel like it's a win-win for both the hip hop fraternity and for me as well. It's like I said, it's a great organization, and there's so many things that the hip hop fraternity brings to the table that makes me want to be a part of such an amazing organization. And I'm sure there's so many things that I bring to the table that, you know, the hip hop fraternity would like me to be a part of their organization. So I am the queen of HHF. I'm the queen of hip hop fraternity. So I mean, it's up from here. I enjoy it. HHF all day. I'm representing, and HHF to the death of me for sure.
Indeed. I mean, during this time with you being a part of HHF and they're expanding your brand, I mean, what's been some of the things that you feel like some of the most valuable things that you feel like you learned so far from being around Ken?
Loyalty.
Right.
Loyalty and action. Actions speak louder than words. Ken is a person that will. So like we talked about earlier, I've been in the industry for 5 years, and I've been through management, I've been through partnerships, I've been through, you know, people who helped me with my career and things like that. But there's, in this industry, first of all, it's a grimy industry. It's very difficult to navigate your way through, and especially as a woman, especially as a Black woman. And, you know, when I got in this industry, there were so many iffy people, so many people who say, oh, I can do this for you, and oh, I can do that for you. But with Ken Ivey, you know, the hip hop fraternity, if Ken says, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do it, you know? And so he just speaks on action. His actions speak louder than his words. He's always going to do what he says he does. And that's what differentiates him from so many people in this industry. He acts on everything.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Uncle Pimpy Ken, man, for sure. I mean, what artist do you feel like inspires you the most right now?
I would say Lil' Kim is one of my biggest inspirations. And I would say that's just because she's just so blunt and like doesn't give a fuck about how she comes off to the world. Like, she could say some freaky ass shit and just be cool with it. And I really admire that about her, because that's kind of how I am in my music.
Oh, you rap about that freaky shit too?
Yeah, I definitely do. But it's not even like, I feel like SoCandy is just an alter ego of mine. And so, like, I am that person, you know, like in the bedroom or whatever. But you would never know that if, you know, you ain't, you know, been in the bedroom with me. But with music, it's like I can express that so easily just by, you know, getting on a mic or writing it down and being able to regurgitate that. You know, it's just easy for me.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I heard you speak about being in Dallas and in Houston. You live in Atlanta now, right?
I do.
So, I mean, what's been the biggest adjustment you had to make being in Atlanta? Do you feel like it's been more beneficial by being here?
It's definitely been more beneficial. Atlanta is like the hub of music. Like this is where, this is where trap music is, and that's what this is where hip hop is right now. And that's where I just feel like that's where I need to be. As far as the biggest transition for me would just be, which I love it. I love this about Atlanta. It's black people. Like, it's nothing but us here. Yeah. And I think that's so cool. Like, I come from a small town in Illinois where it's like nothing. I was the only not white girl. I was the only black girl on my cheerleading team. I was the only black girl in some of my classes. Like, I was a minority, and it was difficult for me because it's like I never really related to anybody. It's like I have friends, but like, did I really relate to anybody, growing up? But in Atlanta, it's like you can go to the most prestigious places in Atlanta, and it's nothing but niggas. And I think that shit is so cool. I think that's awesome. You could go to,
I ain't going nowhere.
You could go to, a very expensive neighborhood where it's nothing but mansions, and it could be nothing but black people in the neighborhood. Yeah. And I think that's dope I think that's the coolest thing about Atlanta.
Yeah. Indeed. And there was, I was born and raised here, and that was one of the things that it took me going away to notice. And there's definitely one of those things, and not that we want to give off the vibe that we don't want to see people of other color in position to do XYZ, but of course, it's motivating to see somebody that looks like you doing certain things. And I think that's why, it's a design with the type of characters that they allow us to be on TV.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you see the people that look like you only doing certain things, that's the only thing you can see yourself as.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I love my city, man. So what's the worst thing about Atlanta?
I'd say the violence, man. Violence, man. I might want to go get a Gucci bag and might get shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I was just trying to get a Louis Vuitton suitcase. What the fuck? Like, might get robbed, Like, I would say that would be, and it could be, they're not robbing you in, where in places you're not supposed to be. They're robbing you in, Lennox.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you definitely got to know how to move, man. And there's so many people now here, so the climate changing. So, people ultimately want to know, what's going on with your relationship status, Candy? You got to let the people know what's going on with that.
So I am a single woman. I'm single. I'm ready to mingle. Actually, maybe not ready to mingle. I'm focused on my career. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely single, man. And in this industry, it's difficult to find somebody that really understands what goes on. Understands like how you gotta move and just is really there and very supportive. It's very difficult. So at this point in time, I'm single. I'm hopefully, somebody comes around and is there for me and we can figure it out. But yeah.
So what's the most common bullshit that you slide in your inbox with?
Oh my God.
Curveball.
Common. Oh my gosh. I get a lot of this. I get a lot of, first of all, dick pics. Stop sending me dick pics, bro. Like, that's a gag. That's terrible. But I get a lot of people that tell me, oh, I can manage you, or I have this. Do you want a feature, or sorry, not do you want a feature? Can I get a feature from you, or hey, can I book you for this, or basically reeling me in on some business shit. But then at the end of the day, it's like bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get a lot of that.
Yeah, it's plenty of that going on in the game right now. Listen, man, I'm finna put y'all on game today, right? I'm down here in South Carolina, man. Lucky Diamonds, man. Everything real, everything authentic. I'm talking about real BBSs. I'm talking about real big boy shit. Super Bowl reign, real rapper change, man. Listen, you ain't walking right. Probably because you ain't been to Lucky, man. If you ain't talking right, probably because you ain't been to Lucky. Man, if your shit can't get hard, man, you need to go to Grady. Diamonds is not gonna help you, bro. But
see, Lucky Diamonds, you know what I mean? If you want your shit to hit in the dark time, no lights on, your shit gonna hit. Big Cubans, big rings, whatever you need, we got it on deck.
yeah, that's
Come
it.
with the right check also. Don't play with this.
Hey man, pull up that goddamn check, man. And listen, when you pull up with that check, use the promo code Money Machine HB, man. 10% off anything, man. Everything authentic. So I heard you say you mentioned losing hundreds of thousands of dollars in this game. Like what's the biggest fucking scam that you that you've encountered since you've been in this game?
That is the biggest scam I've ever encountered in a game. But that just comes with like lessons learned. I was a newbie in the industry. I had a bag to just blow on my shit, and I was just like, so there's a guy in Dallas, Texas. His name is Mr. Lee. Chunk up the dudes, tipping on foes. He did all that shit. That's who scammed me out of $100,000. And so he would do things like this. He would say, "Oh, I got this Roddy Ricch feature for you. Oh, I got this Kevin Gates feature for you. Oh, I got this promo tour that I'm gonna take you on. Oh, it's this day trading thing. You give me $20,000, you're gonna get $6,000 a month. All that." So I was giving up thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to him, and me not knowing, like, hey, maybe this isn't right. I just thought, okay, he's an executive in the industry. Oh, he's a popular, he's not going to do it. And then what was crazy was he went around the city and he told the city that I was his daughter. And remember, he was a popular person in the city.
Right.
So everybody in Dallas, Texas thought I was Mr. Lee's daughter. Everybody in Houston thought I was Mr. Lee's daughter. So it's like, that I gained a level of trust because he's like, "Oh, you're my daughter." I went over to his house for Thanksgiving, Christmas, things like that. You know what I'm saying? So I had this level of trust with him to where it's like, okay, I can give him. He gonna do it. He's my dad,
Right.
So that was probably the biggest scam for me.
Man.
Yeah.
So do you feel like that changed you overall as a person?
Yeah, definitely. It definitely changed me as a person, and then also like as a businesswoman in the industry. That was a silly move for me, but it's okay. I'm not tripping over. I cannot dwell on it because the more you dwell on the negative and things that have happened in the past, like, you can't move forward. So This is something that I'm moving forward for. This is my story. This is just something that has developed me and made me a better person, and it's fuck Mr. Lee. Like, it's cool,
You want to tell them that nigga Instagram?
Yeah, at Mr. Lee 713. Fuck him.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right, that way. So we're gonna talk about the music. I mean, what's your creative process like? I mean, what you got coming up? What you cooking right now?
So I currently have a song called Freak coming out. That's all you can know. Right now I'm promoting a single called Circle. Put that ass in a circle. A song called Want It All. I want it all. Winter, summer, spring, and fall. And with my creative process, it's basically just, I go through beats, or I have John in the studio with me. John Wells, shout out to John Wells 334, or Wells 334. Or Mingo, he's also my producer. They'll create a beat on the spot, and I'll make a hook and write verses to it.
So you make the hook first, usually?
Yes, I'll make the hook first because the hook's the hardest part. It's the most important part to a song because that's the one that everybody's gonna remember. Right. The verses is just like, once you make a fire ass hook, you can do anything on the verses. Right. So the hook is definitely a very important part, or even the bridge is a very important part because you might repeat the bridge in the second verse. Right. So I make the hook first and then the verses. But sometimes I'll be in the car sometimes and I'll just think of a line, I'd be like, oh, that's hard. I'll just write it down. So sometimes I'll just have verses ready to go, you know.
sure.
But the hook is definitely something that I make first, and then I come in with verses.
So do you make the song based off of the beat, or do you kind of have the song already and have them to make a beat to?
No, I've never done that before. I've never had a song and then had somebody make a beat over it. I've never done that before. I've always just had a beat and then made the song based on what I hear out of the beat.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So I mean, as an independent artist on this grind, I mean, what would be the advice you would give to somebody who's trying to step into these doors right now and try to and travel this same path that you're taking up right now?
If anyone's asking you for money, don't do it. That's my biggest one. And then also, you know, you have to have a very strong, like, you have to be a strong being to be in this industry, man. Like, there's going to be people coming at you that say you suck every day. There's going to be people coming at you that say you're ugly, you know, that say you're too pretty, like, you know. So just be strong and have tunnel vision. Like, bro, you have to have tunnel vision in this shit, because there's going to be so many things thrown at you. Even when you feel like you're right there, it just keeps getting thrown. And there's going to be times where you feel like you're not right there and you have such a long way to go, and you're seeing all these people, like, why can they have it but I can't have it? You just have to know that this is your dream and this is your passion. You just have to be consistent, and you have to keep going, and you have to remain having that tunnel vision mindset at all times.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. I mean, we've been losing a lot of rappers, just period. I mean, the rap game has become so dangerous. I think recently we lost PMB Rock, and it's so crazy how that played out. You feel about that whole situation? You keeping up with it?
Yeah, I'm keeping up with it. I feel like, you know, I don't know the situation that went down. I don't know, you know, if he had a hit on him, or I don't know what the fuck was going on. What I will say is that, you know, we just have to be careful with how we present ourselves to things outside of the real world, like, you know, social media and stuff. Let's just be careful, like, posting our locations and things like that. Not saying that she posted it and he, you know, because at the end of the day, I think from following it, they were already there watching him. I don't fucking know what happened, but all I'm saying is just be careful. Like, for me, I might right now have all of this footage with the Backseat Freestyle, you know, HB, like, you know, chilling and stuff, but I'm not going to post that shit right now. I'm going to wait, you know. I don't want people to know exactly where I'm at. Even today, like, I have to perform. I have to do 2 different shows tonight. I'm not going to post that shit until after the fact, you know.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You gotta move. Like, I play defense at all times.
Yeah.
I mean, man, so question. I look around on social media all the time, right?
Yeah.
If a nigga order dessert, he gay. He want to have a birthday party, that nigga gay. Like, that nigga, I mean, nigga want a gift on the holiday. He gay for that shit. I mean, it's such a agenda going on right now to attack and feminize our men. Like, it is so many women that actually subscribe to this shit too.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you feel like so much of that going on?
I mean, have you looked around lately? So you know what's going on.
Hey,
no offense to the,
me,
homosexual community. I love you guys. There's a lot of, like,
oh shit,
they're taking over.
Oh shit,
they're taking over. Like, they're taking over. And I'm not saying because you have a strawberry margarita, you gay. Like, I'm never saying that shit. But I feel like a lot of women are on their toes now, because there's a lot of, like, DL shit going on right now, because homosexuals are taking over. And Boosie's recent interview at Drink Champs, shout out to Nori and FN. I was in Miami at that interview. Right. He talked about how, you know, if you don't like press heterosexuality onto your children, they might end up, you know, going a different way just because of the way society is today. And
I mean, I think they pressing homosexuality. I think it's an agenda, and they really they putting it in so many shows and so many different movies. I mean, it's way more common than it was when I was growing up.
Absolutely, and it's like it's to the point where it's like that's kind of the norm. Like it's like more homosexuals than it is heterosexuals now.
I did not know that.
And you know, I don't have a problem with homosexuality. You know, what you like is what you like. Like shit.
No, y'all niggas watch the show. Like, shit,
exactly. My thing is just like, if you want to, you know, if you want to be a man and like men, then do that. But do that on your own time. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a woman and like women, do that on your own time. Like, if you want to be a man and like women, do that on your own time. It's not glorify, like, you know, each other's sexuality or try to press one on the other. Like, if you like niggas, you like niggas. Like, it is what it is. That's what I feel. You can't get mad. You can't help what you like. Somebody, you know, want to, you know, with a girl sometimes, but I'm not going to press it on my daughter. Like, I don't know.
Hey, regardless of whatever you do at night, watch this goddamn Backseat Freestyle. Like, I ain't got whatever you want to do when you go home. Hey, man. Hey, buddy. So, what's the most memorable experience you've had up until this point?
In music?
Yeah, music.
So I was in Jacksonville, Florida. I had a show, and it was just some bike show. And I had called some girls to come up to stage with me, and the girls came up to stage with me. They were young, you know, and like young, like TikTok and doing the dances and shit. And one of the girls, she was so excited to come, but when I told them to come up, everybody came except for this one girl. And so I was like, okay, that's weird. So after I got off stage, you know, I was signing autographs and stuff like that. And the girl, she had ran up to me and she said, you know, I'm so sorry that I didn't come on stage with you. I really wanted to, but you know, there's just a lot of guys around, and I'm really not comfortable around guys. I was raped when I was younger.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, damn. I was like, that shit, I took that to heart, because it's like, you felt comfortable enough to come up to me and say something that's like that to me. That just made me look at my career in a whole nother perspective. Like, for someone to just look up to me like that, a young girl, something that happened to her, you don't feel comfortable telling people that. And she just felt comfortable telling me that. And so that made me just change everything. Like, you know, I just grabbed her and hugged her and just I don't know. That was very impactful for me. So yeah.
That's what's up. Lastly, I mean, tell everybody how to get in touch with you, the social media platform, what you got coming up next, where they're going to see you at, whatever information you want to give these folks, man, you can hand it to them. Yeah, so you can follow me on all social media platforms at Real SoCandy. Everything's spelled correctly. Real SoCandy, SoCandy, and a documentary coming up. What's up?
Yeah, so look out for that. I can't really give you details about it right now, but coming soon. Be on the lookout for that. And yeah, just follow me on all social media platforms.
That way. Well, you know, it's only fair that I get this freestyle from you. You in the backseat. It's Backseat Freestyle. You got to give us a song.
For sure.
Indeed.
Now what we have here is the third generation recipe that somehow made it into your dining room. The family secret is out of the bag now, honey, and we place it into a bottle. Last time I checked, all bad bitches love seafood. Mama Val's Seafood CPR. Now, I done told you.
Well, you know, I got to get this freestyle from you, but you know, it's a tradition on Backseat Freestyle that, you know, I work my moves to get the mic. Sometimes it come down, sometimes it don't.
Oh,
And,
okay.
yeah, it's me and God got a special thing.
Okay.
Crazy. Hold on. Glad you did that.
No, God did it. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, let me introduce you to the baddest bitch. Yeah, pop shit. Ain't really worried about no op, bitch. I'm focused on making profit. Yeah, they like it, they copy. Options, that what you get when you poppin'. I'm taking on like a black. They be hating when you the hot top. Fine IG, little better TV. Paying how money straight off PCs. Y'all watch me, bitch, watch TV. 400 G's, got it for free. I ain't let them hit, got it off GP. So, Kenny and shit ain't sweet. He beating it pussy on beat. Bust on my teeth. Know I'm a freak. Can't tell it back with a friend. When we done fucking, I walk with a limp. Only the buzzer gave out with a sim. Yeah, 100%. I'm a sinner, I ain't need to repent. Pro and ain't hop on the dick. Don't give me all this kid. Mouth full of trick, make you not quit. Yeah, getting money in my favorite hobby. I'm a money bagger. You call me Ari in the body, looking like a do Pilates. Leave my heels on. When I give him top, you got this super brainy. Think I went to Ivy. You got this super soaker, Mrs. Deep inside me. I don't got a limit when he take me shopping. Now you hating on me. You been around me. Yeah.
Backseat Freestyle, motherfucker, man. Yeah, Money 8, SoCandy. Whole lot of money machine shit going on. We outdoors. See you later on.